no idle words as taught in the Word of God. There are no idle words. All our words are important. There are no idle conversations on the job. Every word is important. There's no idle conversation with your colleagues. Every word is important. Those conversations can begin or end seasons in your life. Now let's take a look. Isaiah 51, we're going to drop down to verse 3. We covered verse 1 and 2 the last time we were together. So let's start at verse 3. For the Lord shall comfort Zion. Zion is you and I, the church, the people of God. He will comfort all her waste places, all the places that have been wasted over time, that have been decimated, your neighborhoods, your life, your home, your relationships. He says, I'm going to bring comfort to all your waste places. And he will make her wilderness like Eden. Transformation of situations that are dire to you, those situations circumstantially, financially, relationally. He says, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make your wilderness like Eden. Watch this now. And your desert like the garden of the Lord. In other words, transformation, radical change. You'll be able to see it happen. It'll happen in your lifetime. God says, I'm going to cause this transformation to occur. He says, joy and gladness shall be found therein. Thanksgiving and the voice of melody. God's going to change your tune, change the way you think, change the way you express yourself, change the way you address your life. Let's talk again about heaven on earth. It is important for us to understand that God's relationship with you is a renewing, transforming relationship. The text refers to the Garden of Eden on 2 occasions. So we must look at the Garden of Eden and what God was attempting to do. There's a world that's a wilderness. And in that wilderness is the garden of God. And in the garden of God, God places a man and he places a woman. He gives them a commandment, gives them leeway, if you will, access to the entire garden with the exception of one tree. God visits them on a daily basis. They are doing fine as long as they are obeying the rules of the environment that has been created. Now you must understand that outside the garden is a wilderness. Outside the garden is another atmosphere. Outside the garden is resistance to the efforts of Adam and Eve, not acceptance and assistance to the efforts, talents, gifts of Adam and Eve. So in the garden, it's fit for them. Watch how this works now. Everything created was created to thrive in a designated environment. So here is a place that God has created. He places Adam and Eve in there. He gives them one set of rules. Don't touch the tree, because in the day you do that, you shall surely die. There are opposing voices in that environment because it's a normal environment. All of us are not in environments where there's no challenges. So the serpent is there. And I've told you years ago, where there is no serpent, there is no garden. So you need to stop speaking words of defeat and frustration on your job because there are a couple knuckleheads who work in your vicinity. You must remember, where there is no snake, there cannot be a garden from God.